I stopped paying for my parents' assisted living. The facility called me 3 weeks ago saying my auto payment got declined. I told them it wasn't declined. I canceled it. They got real quiet on the phone and asked if I wanted to discuss payment arrangements. I said nope and hung up. Here's the thing. I'd been covering their fancy assisted living place for 2 years. $6,800 a month. My parents picked the place themselves. The one with the golf course view and the restaurant-style dining room where they serve actual steak on Fridays. Not the regular facility down the road that costs half as much. No, they wanted the nice one. I was fine with it at first. My job pays well and I don't have kids. My older sister Kennedy lives 4 states away and never offered to help with a single payment. So I handled it. Transferred the money every month like clockwork. Last month I flew out to visit them. Hadn't been there in about 6 months because work got crazy. I showed up on a Saturday with flowers for my mom and some books my dad wanted. The front desk lady gave me this weird look when I signed in but didn't say anything. I found my parents in the common area playing cards with another couple. My mom saw me first and her face went totally white. My dad knocked over his coffee mug trying to stand up. That's when I knew something was wrong. Turns out my sister Kennedy wasn't 4 states away anymore. She'd moved to a house 10 minutes from the facility 8 months ago. A house my parents helped her buy, with a down payment of $60,000. I found out because the other couple at the card table started talking about how nice it must be for my parents to have Kennedy so close now, how she visits twice a week and brought her new puppy last Sunday. My mom tried to laugh it off. My dad suddenly needed to use the bathroom. I left the building and sat in my car for 20 minutes. Then I called Kennedy. She answered all cheerful, asking how I was doing. I asked her straight up if mom and dad gave her money for a house. She went quiet, then said it was a loan and none of my business. I asked how much. She said $60,000 and told me to stop being jealous. I asked her when she was planning to mention she lived 10 minutes away. She said it never came up. I told her the $6,800 I send every month should have made it come up. She said that was my choice to help them and hung up on me. I drove back to the facility and asked to see the visitor logs. Took some convincing, but they finally showed me. Kennedy had signed in 73 times in the past 8 months. 73 times while I was sending money thinking I was their only help. My parents had given Kennedy $60,000 for a house while I paid their rent. My sister visited constantly while I worked overtime to cover their bills, and nobody thought to mention any of it. I called my bank that night and canceled the auto transfer. Then I called the facility and told them I was done. The billing department tried to tell me I had a contract. I told them to read it again because I never signed anything. I just paid the invoices they sent. They couldn't argue with that. My mom called 2 days later crying about how they were going to lose their spot at the facility. I asked if Kennedy could help since she had a whole house now. My mom said the house had a mortgage and Kennedy couldn't afford to help. I asked about the $60,000 they gave her. My mom said that was different because Kennedy needed it for her future. I told her I'd been funding their future for 2 years at $6,800 a month. That's over $160,000. My mom said I made good money and could afford it. I said Kennedy could afford to visit 73 times but never once offered to split the bill. My dad got on the phone and said I was being selfish. He said family helps family. I asked where that energy was when they handed Kennedy $60,000 without telling me. He said I was twisting things and hung up. The facility called again yesterday. They're moving my parents to a shared room in the basic wing since Kennedy can only cover $1,500 a month. No more golf course view, no more Friday steak dinners. My mom left me a voicemail saying I ruined their retirement. I deleted it without listening to the whole thing.